All right, we are live here in Washington for the JWHL Bell Tire Game 1 against the New Jersey Colonials. Starting this out is going to be Markovich, Dobbs, Agbay, Mackenzie Flanagan, and Martin. Good morning, Laura. Hope school's going well. Here we go. Puck is down. New Jersey with the puck in their zone. Being chased by Markovich. Transitioning to neutral and dumping it into the Bell Tire zone. This is going to be chased down by Martin. Martin sending it up to Markovich. Markovich outlet pass. Just misses its mark. Shot in. Tipped up into the netting for our first whistle of the game. 16:41 on the clock. This will be a draw happening inside the Bell Tire zone. Line change for Bell Tire. It's going to bring out Hewer, Kazarowski, Bellucci, Caitlin Flanagan, and Morton. Blockered aside by Grun and stolen by Kazarowski out into neutral. Jersey gets it back momentarily where Flanagan's going to take it up, go wide. Shot in, covered up by New Jersey, shot in by Kazarowski. And Hewer on this draw. Same personnel for Bell Tire. Puck is down. Stuck at the dot. Being picked free by Bellucci. Bellucci in the corner. Chipping it back a little bit further into New Jersey's zone. New Jersey coming out. Disrupted by Bellucci. Hewer with the puck. Backhand pass to Bellucci. Bellucci gets a stick on it. It's intercepted by Jersey as they come up the wall and tip it in to Bell Tire where Morton's going to be there in the corner. Tied up, Hewer stepping in to help. Puck goes up the half wall. Sent back down deep by New Jersey and picked up by Flanagan. She goes up and off the glass out to neutral, looking for Kazarowski. Just misses her stick, goes for a change. New Jersey coming back up. Evans stepped in with Clemens. Cruciano. Drop pass, goes out of the zone. And that puck sent down deep into the Bell Tire zone behind their net. Morton with the puck, going up, finding Evans. Evans going through neutral, dumps it deep on net, and going to be covered up by New Jersey goalie. I should say apologies on the long distance shot here from the camera angle. There's really not a good place to set up other than this platform. That's technically not supposed to be standing on. There's an emergency exit only, no standing sign right in front of me. Shot back in, and New Jersey's goalie plays it aside. Up the wall. Cross ice pass by New Jersey. Up into neutral. That's going to make its way all the way down. Icing wave. Bowman to collect behind her net. Bowman and Martin out on D. Bowman up off the wall. Trying to get it through. Doesn't quite make it. Now out center. Picked aside by Grun. And Dobbs trying to pick that up. Martin out front, battling. Getting her stick on it and able to get it up to the blue line where it's shot back in. And off the Grun's head. Oh, and I am not sure what happened there. That was a very unfortunate bobbling puck that landed on Grun's head. Dobbs with the attempt to keep it out of the net. It looks like maybe it just will clearly cross the line. So Bell Tire is going to have going to go down one here. That is all right. They will make it back. All right, so as we start again, Bellucci, Hewer, Kazarowski, and the Flanagans are out on D. Hewer with the puck in neutral, going wide. Picked up by New Jersey on the half wall. Kazarowski trying to skate through it. And New Jersey coming out through neutral. Kicked down into the corner. Bell Tire's up and played by Flanagan. Picked up by New Jersey, almost picked up by New Jersey behind the net. Overskated, cleared out by Hewer. Hewer now at the half wall. And now Mackenzie Flanagan going wide up top to Bellucci, who's got a little bit of room to work. Bellucci, quick move, and Bellucci's going to find the back of the net. It didn't take long for Bell Tire to answer that one. We are back even 1-1. 14:01 on the clock. What a deke by Palucci there. The goalie bit hard, and Palucci goes backhand. All right, restarting here. Clemens, Evans, Cruciano, Morton, Martin, out for Bell Tire. Cruciano and New Jersey getting into it before the puck goes down. Picked up by Martin in her D zone, going wide, finding Evans across ice. Picked up by Morton, and now New Jersey collects back in neutral. Good play by Clemens. Clemens getting that puck back, dumping it deep into the New Jersey zone. New Jersey behind their net, and they met Cruciano behind the net and picked up by Clemens. Clemens now dropping it back deep, looking for Cruciano. Cruciano's going to go behind the net, rolling through. You're good. Hard fought play there. I think that was Evans. And now Markovic steps back in. Martin here in neutral. Stops the onslaught. Rush here, picked up by Morton. Morton's going to go up to center ice. Picked up by New Jersey. Line change for Bell Tire. That's going to get dumped deep. He's going to be picked up by Martin. Martin with the puck, going through her zone. Martin going wide, looking for Markovic. And that's picked up by Agbe. Agbe, quick drop pass, going to Dobbs. Dobbs! Oh, what a shot by Dobbs. That's going to have a weird bounce high in the air again. There's going to be a high stick called. That high stick is going to be on New Jersey, so we'll have a draw happening inside the New Jersey zone as Bell Tire goes for a line change, bringing out Caitlin Flanagan, Bowman, Markovic, Agbe. Agbe slot, shot. Oh, what a shot by Agbe. Goalie able to get her glove on it, but good opportunity. 12:46 on the clock. So we've got Dobbs, Agbe, Markovic, Caitlin Flanagan, and Bowman on ice for Bell Tire. 1-1 is your score if you're just joining us. Flanagan with the puck, dropping it down deep. Intercepted by New Jersey as they go out to neutral. Centering pass. Goes past its intended target. Picked up by Flanagan behind her own net. Going up the boards, looking for Dobbs. And New Jersey with the puck coming in. And Bell Tire able to clear that free up into the netting. Freeze play.
Thank you so much.
You're very welcome. All right, Hewer, Kazarowski, Palucci, Mackenzie Flanagan, and Morton on ice for Bell Tire. 12:25 on the clock. Picked out by Morton off the back wall to Flanagan. Flanagan going to go deep. Kazarowski tipping it in, going down deep into the Jersey zone. Jersey behind their own net. Up the half wall, chased by Hewer. Hewer in the corner. Jersey going behind their net again. Picked up by Palucci. Now Kazarowski. Kazarowski circling, putting it on net. A little bit of a rebound. Hewer trying to step in and take advantage, and covered up by Jersey's goalie. Hewer on the draw here as we restart. Puck is down. Tipped back. Down to Flanagan. Flanagan's going to go deep through Palucci. Palucci down in the corner. Hewer stepping in to help. Hewer and Palucci battling in the corner. Kazarowski waiting for the puck to come free. Hewer behind the net. Dropping it up to Morton. Just misses her stick. Goes to neutral. Gets a stick on it, but it's picked up by New Jersey. Morton gets the stick back on it. Goes back the other way, passing up to Kazarowski. Kazarowski tipping in for Palucci. Palucci, backhand shot. And that puck gets cleared down for an icing. We'll pause play here with 11:41 on the clock. You're welcome. I got you. So that icing's going to have us restarting in the Jersey zone. Dobbs on the draw. Martin out there with Caitlin Flanagan, Cruciano, Clemens. And I'm sorry, I think I said Dobbs. It's Evans. Jersey with the puck going up the glass. This is going to be chased by Martin in a foot race down into the corner. She gets her turn, sent up ice, picked up by Evans, and now Jersey with possession. Jersey circling, centering pass, misses its mark, goes wide. Jersey collects off the skate of Clemens, bouncing around here. Come on, Beltire, get it out. Cruciano going up ice. Cruciano crossing the red line. Cut off by Jersey. Jersey with possession in their own zone, circling their own net. Now Dobbs out there on the hunt. Markovic, Agbe stepping in. Puck is down deep in the Jersey zone. Up ice and collected in by Flanagan. Flanagan backhands up to Markovic. Markovic trying to keep it moving at the feet of Dobbs. She doesn't see it. Puck goes back into the Jersey zone when they get possession. And looking up ice. That gets cut off by Flanagan. Flanagan backhands out to Agbe. Agbe with a little bit of room, turns up ice, goes cross, intercepted in neutral by Jersey as they go rink wide. Hewer, Agbe, Palucci out on ice with Flanagan and Martin. Centering pass intercepted by Martin. Martin with possession down into the zone. She's going to draw a penalty. So that hooking penalty on Martin is going to bring out a sixth skater, hopefully not quite there. So hooking is going to bring on a Beltire power play with 10 minutes and 5 seconds remaining in this first period. Agbe, Dobbs, Markovic, McKenzie, Flanagan, Martin on ice to start out the power play. Dobbs on the draw. Puck is down into the corner for Jersey. Jersey trying to rim it out. Collected by Flanagan. Flanagan keeps it in, going across to Markovic. Markovic to Martin. Martin shot in. He's going to be blocked aside. Picked up by Markovic. Down to Flanagan. Back to Markovic. Markovic going deep. Picked up down by Dobbs. Dobbs going, trying to get up top. Picked up by Flanagan. Rolls out of the zone. She plays it up to Martin. Martin collects and turns up in neutral. Going rink wide to Markovic. Markovic gaining the zone. Markovic, patience, up to Flanagan. Flanagan, shot in, is going to go off Agbe and find the back of the net. So Flanagan's shot, tipped by Agbe, is going to put Beltire up 2-1, 9:27 in the period. 38 seconds into that power play opportunity for Beltire. As we get back going, Evans, Cruciano, Clemens, and the Flanagans on D for Beltire. Puck is down. Jersey in neutral. Sending it up, collected by Flanagan. Flanagan sending it wide to Cruciano. Cruciano up ice. Trying to get a centering pass to Evans. Regains her puck. Goes down deep. Clemens cutting in. Clemens backhand. Just goes over the net where Jersey collects at the half wall. Goes out to neutral. Chased down by Evans. And now, we got another hooking penalty here. It looks like that's going to be on Evans. So Beltire is going to go on to the penalty kill here. 9 minutes exactly on the clock. Caitlin Flanagan in with Martin on D. Palucci, Hewer to start out this penalty kill for Beltire. That's going to be directly below us. So I'll try and get you a better angle on Hewer's draw here. I feel like she's going to win this back. There it goes. Martin going around, finding Palucci on the wall. Palucci grabs it, turns, sends it up ice. Hewer chasing. Hewer just being disruptive on the ice. Off the wall in neutral. Hewer still chasing. Centering pass by Jersey is smothered by Flanagan and Palucci. Mike yelling to get that puck out of the zone. Let's go, girls. And Hewer is just going to freeze it on the wall. Beltire's going to just hang out, let that time run as Hewer just battles. Hewer walking out with the puck up against two Jersey. Now Martin on. He's sent around by Jersey into the other corner, chased by Palucci. And up top goes Jersey. Jersey going down low. Jersey with possession in the corner, sending it back up. Nobody home up top. That puck's going to roll all the way down and let Beltire go out for a change. Dobbs, Agbe stepping in. Mackenzie, Flanagan, and Martin on ice for Beltire. Jersey in their own zone. Up into neutral. Gaining Beltire zone. Stick to side by Flanagan. Circling the net is Jersey. Keeping him wide. Beltire up top. Shot in, blocked by Dobbs. Down into the corner where Agbe was to put on pressure. Sent in. Up top goes Jersey. Down low. Chased by Martin. Around the horn. Cleared aside by Grun. Picked up by Dobbs. And sent out of the zone. 7:25. 23 seconds on the penalty kill here for Beltire. Markovic, Schuer, Flanagan, Martin in for Beltire. Jersey coming up ice. 15 seconds on the penalty. And that puck gets down deep into the Beltire zone. Chased around. Picked up by Jersey in the corner. Chased by Martin. Dropping down. Back on the half wall. Up top. Shot in. It's turned aside. And that puck was bouncing around. And ends up finding the back of the net. Putting us back at a tie game here. 6 minutes and 57 seconds on the clock. So Beltire's going to go back on to regular strength. Dobbs, Markovic, Agbe out with Morton and Bowman for Beltire. Dobbs on this draw. Puck is down, one back into the Beltire zone. And covered up by Grum. I'm also, unfortunately, right next to a door where a lot of players are going to put their gear. All right, Dobbs on the draw, right below us. Puck is down. Morton winning the battle on the wall. Picked up by Morton. Morton sending it around. Going up the half wall. Agbe trying to get it clear. Picked up by Bowman. Bowman intercepted by Jersey. Sent back in, down into the zone. Picked up by Morton. Morton off the wall. This is going to be directly below us. Sorry, I don't have a great angle on that. Markovic battling to get that puck free. Down back into the Beltire corner. Picked up by Morton. Morton sending it around, looking for Bowman. A puck finally picked up by Markovic and cleared up where it's tipped out of the zone. Beltire can reset, go for their line change. Schuer stepping in with Palucci. So on ice is Schuer, Palucci, Agbe going for a change. Sent around by Bowman. In the half wall, collected by Morton. And up to Palucci. Palucci gets it clear. That's going to roll down. That's going to be an icing here. That'll come to length for Jersey. So on ice is going to be Flanagan's, Hewer, Palucci, and Kazarowski. 5:52 on the clock. 2-2 is your score. Hewer on the draw. Puck is down. Hewer won it back. Flanagan over to Caitlin. Caitlin's going to send it deep. Tipped in by Palucci. Kazarowski now with a step. Kazarowski's shot is going to get gloved by Jersey. Good play by Beltire. Same personnel. Hewer on the draw. Puck is down. And intercepted there by Jersey. Picked up by Kazarowski. Backed up to Hewer. Hewer now down in the corner. Hewer trying to backhand back to Kazarowski. Off Hewer's leg and then stays in the zone momentarily. Kazarowski gets her stick on it. Keeps it deep. Jersey passing back and forth. Now up through their zone and out to neutral. Mackenzie Flanagan on D here. Stepping in is Jersey. Jersey's shot gloved by Grun. 5:11 on the clock. Beltire line change. Evans, Cruciano, Clemens. Mackenzie and Caitlin on D. Evans on the draw. Puck is down. Evans won that back and got her own puck. Flanagan stepping in to help, passing it up to Cruciano. Cruciano with room here. Cruciano going through neutral, gaining the zone. Martin stepping in on D for Caitlin Flanagan. McKenzie still out. Cruciano down deep. Puck goes up and has passed through Flanagan. And that shot from the corner is going to put Jersey up 3-2. All right, as we restart, Markovich, Dobbs, Agbe, Martin, Bowman on ice for Bell Tire. 4:47 on the clock for this first period. Dobbs won it back to Bowman. Bowman going up ice, sending it back up to Dobbs. Dobbs chipped ahead to Agbe. Agbe rounding the corner. Agbe shot off the side of the net. Backhand trying to collect it in. And over to Markovich. Markovich trying to drop back to Bowman. Collected in by Jersey. This is going to be Martin. Stepped in, turned aside by Grun. Picked up by Dobbs. Dobbs going around. And up top is Jersey. Markovich getting her stick on it, getting that puck clear to the Bell Tire zone. Sent back in by Jersey. Going to be collected in by Bowman here in the corner. Bowman moving it around to Martin. Martin backhanded up to Markovich. Or sorry, Palucci. Palucci to Dobbs. And now back down to Jersey. Jersey clears that puck for Bell Tire out to neutral. Jersey in neutral. Going up in and disrupted by Martin. Picked up by Dobbs. Now collected by Martin. Martin going off the boards, finding Hewer on against the neutral zone and sending it down deep behind the Jersey net. Kazarowski stepped in for Bell Tire. Jersey in their own zone, coming up through, going to neutral. That puck's going to be tipped in and down behind the Bell Tire net where Caitlin Flanagan's going to be down in the corner. Hewer stepping in to help. Picked up by Martin. And up top goes Jersey. Sending it back down deep. Behind the Bell Tire net. Collected by Martin. Palucci now off the wall looking for herself. Collected in by Jersey, going rink wide. And up top, shot in by Jersey, behind the Bell Tire net. Up top again, shot in, cleared out by Flanagan. Shot again, and good save by Grund there. Off of Martin on that one, going to the corner. Bell Tire needs to get this puck cleared out of this zone. Sending it right is Flanagan, chased up by Palucci. Now down deep, Martin is going to glass it out for an icing to freeze play. 2:34 on the clock. So this draw is going to come inside the Bell Tire zone off of that icing. We're going to have Evans out there with Cruciano, Clemens, Kenzie Flanagan, and Morton. Sending it around, finding Cruciano on the half wall. Picked up by Morton. Morton sending it out to Evans. Evans turning up ice, trying to go wide for Clemens. Clemens getting her stick on it. There's going to be a delayed penalty here as Grund went rushing to the bench. So we got 6 players on for Bell Tire. Shot in by Flanagan. And that will freeze play and put Bell Tire back onto a power play. So Grund's going to make her way back out. Agbe Markovich going on ice for Bell Tire. Out there with Dobbs, Mackenzie Flanagan, and Martin. 2:11 on the clock. Dobbs on the straw. Puck is down, one back. Martin picked it up at the blue line, sending it across to Flanagan. Flanagan walking. Flanagan dropping it down deep into the corner, chased down by Martin. Martin behind the net, going around to Dobbs. Up top, at the half wall. I think that's Markovich there on the half wall. And misses her stick and goes down into neutral, picked up by Flanagan. Flanagan going wide to Martin. Martin collecting. Going wide to Markovich, spreading the ice out. Markovich gaining the zone. Dropping it back to Flanagan. Flanagan back to Markovich. Markovich walking in, going across to Martin. Martin shot. Is going to be blocked, but picked up on the rebound. and sent back up the half wall to Markovich. Markovich going back up top to Flanagan. Flanagan shot in. Sticked aside by the goalie. Picked up by Markovich on the half wall. Back up to Flanagan. Flanagan going down to Martin. Martin walking in. Backhand. Was wide of the net. Picked up behind the net. Dobbs rolling it back out. Minute on the clock for the power play. Beltire controlling the puck very well down in this zone. Flanagan shot in, goes wide of the net. Picked up by Martin. Martin's shot is blocked up top into the glass. And now puck is sitting free in the corner. Picked up by Markovich, sent up to Flanagan. Flanagan walking. Flanagan shot in. Going to be blocked aside. And now picked up by Martin on the half wall. As she and a Jersey player go down the ice into neutral. Picked up now by Flanagan up to Agbe. Agbe, stick work. Slot shot. Is going to go wide of the net. Agbe's going to go for a change. And Jersey's just going to ice that down. 20 seconds remaining here in the power play. Picked up by Martin on the half wall. And now Kazarowski. Kazarowski sending it across to Hewer. And now sent back down deep by Jersey. Sticked aside by Grun. Picked up by Martin. Martin coming out. Coming up through her own zone. Martin going across to Palucci. Power play over. Palucci gains the zone. Palucci's shot gloved by Jersey's goalie with 4 seconds remaining in this period. All right, Beltire line change is going to bring out Mackenzie Flanagan, Kazarowski, Hewer, Palucci, and Martin. Hewer on this draw. Puck's down, shot in, and that should be the end of the period. That will also be an ice cut for us, so we'll be back in 10 minutes for the second period. All right, we're going to get going here again in the second period. On ice is going to be Cruciano, Evans, Clemens, Mackenzie Flanagan, and Martin. Here we go. Evans on the draw. Back to Flanagan. Flanagan up to Cruciano. Cruciano chipping in. Clemens up the boards at the half wall. Getting it into the corner. Cruciano there to support. Evans in. Cruciano pulls out the puck. Looking for a centering pass. Picked up by Clemens. Clemens dropping back to Martin. A little bit too hard off the boards. Goes past Martin's stick. And Flanagan regains possession. Now into Martin. Cruciano chipping it ahead. Clemens dumping it deep. Evans hitting the brakes. Evans trying to get it around. That's going to go roll up top to Martin. Martin turning back in. Getting it back down deep. Bouncing off the back wall. Agbe in for Beltire. Out with Dobbs. Picked up here by Martin in neutral. Up to Dobbs. Dobbs trying to get it deep. Dobbs gets it deep where Markovic steps in. Agbe on the hunt. Agbe knocking it down. Down in the corner. Up the wall to Dobbs. Dobbs dropping it to Flanagan. Flanagan's shot in. Is going to get caught with Agbe, and now Jersey regains possession up through neutral. Jersey taking a shot at their own bench. 15:52 on the clock. Center ice draw coming up. Agbe on ice with Dobbs, Markovic, Morton, and Caitlin Flanagan. Dobbs on the draw. Puck is down. Jersey with possession in neutral. Morton stepping up, getting her stick on it. Deep into the Beltire zone. Picked up by Caitlin Flanagan. Backhanding up the wall. Jersey with possession. Back down. Flanagan moving it around the wall. Finding Markovic. Markovic shipping it out to Agbe. Agbe one-on-one. Agbe pull back. Agbe waiting for reinforcement. Dropping it to Hewer. Hewer getting it deep into the Jersey zone. Hewer behind the Jersey net. Hewer walking out with it. Hewer dropping it off to Morton. Missed the mark. And Jersey with possession now going up through, or Hewer interrupts at center ice. Jersey walking across. Getting it on net. Grund sending it aside. Picked up by Morton. Morton trying to get it up top. Picked up by Jersey. Shot in. Missed its mark. Cleared up by Flanagan. Jersey in neutral. Jersey sending it around. And this is going to be picked up by Caitlin Flanagan down the Beltire D. Sent ahead, looking for Hewer. Hewer now coming in. Hewer shot. Loved by Jersey. 14:35 on the clock. Beltire line change is going to bring out Evans, Clemens, Cruciano, Mackenzie Flanagan, and Bowman. Evans on the draw. Puck is down. Evans won it back to Flanagan. Flanagan turning in. Shot in, blocked, and picked up by Jersey. Chased by Cruciano. Jersey out to neutral. Clemens coming across, disrupting the play. Rink wide goes Jersey. Evans in neutral. Picked up by Clemens. Dropped to Evans, and just offsides is Beltire. 14:14 on the clock. So we'll have a draw just outside of the Jersey zone. Evans staying on ice with Cruciano, Clemens, Mackenzie Flanagan, and Bowman. Puck is down, one back. Bowman chasing down in her own zone. Bowman with possession, going wide, up the wall, looking for Clemens. Picked up by Bowman. Sending it down ice. That's going to roll down 4 on icing with 14 minutes on the clock. Beltire line change is going to bring out Dobbs, Agbe, Markovic, Caitlin Flanagan, and Martin. Draws happening inside the Beltire zone. Dobbs on the straw. Puck is down. Martin, backhand up the boards, and gets it to the half wall, cleared out by Dobbs. I guess that wasn't cleared out. Picked up by Flanagan behind her net, dropping it back for Martin. Martin up war, going up to Markovich. Markovich turns, sending it up. Looks like a high stick to me, but no call. Hand pass. We got a hand pass, which will be a draw just outside of the Jersey zone. Same personnel for Belle Tire: Agbe, Markovich, Dobbs, Martin, Caitlin Flanagan. Dobbs on the draw. 13:39 on the clock. Puck is down, one back. Caitlin Flanagan bringing up ice. She's going to go wide. Picked up, and now down to Agbe. Agbe backhand to Dobbs. Dobbs shot in. It's wider than that as it's deflected. Behind the net, it's picked up by Jersey. Dobbs at the half wall. I'm sorry, Agbe at the half wall. Dobbs in the corner. Dobbs going up top to Martin. Martin on the blue line, sending it across to Flanagan. Flanagan shot in, hits some bodies and goes to the corner, chased by Agbe. Jersey on a breakout. Hewer stepping in on ice for Belle Tire, defended by Flanagan. Picked up by Hewer. Hewer going up top, finding Palucci. Palucci down into the corner. Jersey behind their own net. Up the half wall. Picked up by Kazarowski. Kazarowski centering pass gets blocked by Jersey. Jersey at the half wall now. Chased by Hewer. Now Palucci. And going rink wide is Jersey. Flanagan on the defense there. Turned aside by Grund. Drop pass by Jersey. Shot in. Blocker aside by Grund to the corner. Chased by Kazarowski. Jersey going up top to their blue line. Blocked and picked up by Martin behind the net. Martin with possession. Clearing it out up to Palucci. Palucci at the half wall. What a weird pass by Palucci. She went backhand between the legs of Hewer. Great pass by Palucci to break out. And Jersey with possession now going up through neutral. Picked up by Morton, who stepped in on D for Belle Tire. Up to Kazarowski. Kazarowski trying to get it to Palucci. Going up ice back into neutral. Picked up by Martin. And now Palucci with possession. Palucci coming up ice. Palucci gaining the zone. Evans going to the net. Palucci. And it rolls off the end of her stick. Clears the Jersey zone where Morton will pick up possession out with Mackenzie Flanagan. Flanagan in neutral. Flanagan moving it up ice. And that's going to miss its mark, but roll down into the Jersey zone, down into the corner. Coming around. Clemens. Clemens with possession, dumping it back down deep where she's going to try and find Cruciano. Cruciano at the half wall. Cruciano's going to pin it up against the wall and wait for help. Clemens trying to get it up top to Morton. Jersey getting it out, and that's going to be a delayed offside as Belle Tire, yes, Evans dives for the bench. Sorry, you guys missed that. And we've got Mackenzie Flanagan battling at center ice here, neutral, on the wall. And that puck finally makes its way free by Dobbs. Out there with Agbe, and Markovich stepped in is Flanagan. Markovich going to come across, keep that puck deep. Belle Tire now been in the zone here for a little bit. Need to find the back of the net. Up the wall, chased down by Agbe. Now Markovich. Out with Bowman. Bowman here on D. Bowman sending it down deep into the corner. It's going to be picked up by Markovich. Markovich shipping it ahead to Dobbs. Dobbs with possession, going rink wide to Agbe. Agbe. Oh, a little drag and loses her footing. She gains the zone. And now Hewer stepping in for Belle Tire. Bowman with possession. Bowman going off the wall, finding Hewer. Puck gets sent deep by Jersey down into the Belle Tire zone, picked up by Bowman. Bowman going up the half wall to Palucci. Collected in and shot in by Jersey. Now Kazarowski trying to get that puck cleared from the Belle Tire zone. Jersey up top of their point, sending it aside in the slot. Jersey, come on girls, working through. Shot goes wide. And is still bouncing around in there. It's going to get cleared out by Hewer. Hewer's going to go up to Palucci. Palucci's going to gain a little bit of room here, going through neutral. Palucci going wide to Kazarowski. Kazarowski shot in, bouncing puck. Hewer over to Palucci. Palucci trying to get up to Kazarowski. And now picked up by Morton. Palucci going up top, looking for Flanagan, Caitlin Flanagan. Going to send it down deep. Behind the net it rolls, down into the corner where Jersey picks it up at the half wall. clearing it up ice. Flanagan's going to collect in neutral. Going rink wide to Morton. Morton off the wall, finding Evans. Evans gaining his own. Evans shot in. Going to be turned aside, and Cruciano's going to find the rebound on the backside of the net. Cruciano's going to tie this game up. What a goal. What a rebound by Cruciano. Smiles all the way around by Eddie. Crashed that net. Good things happen. 3-3, 9:02 on the clock. All right. Line change for Evans, Clemens, Cruciano, Martin, and Mackenzie Flanagan. Evans on the draw. Puck down. Jersey, possession in neutral. Going up top. They're going to miss its mark, and it's going to wave icing. Right, it's going to be picked up by Flanagan. Flanagan going up top to Cruciano. Cruciano just rolls off her stick. Keeps with it. Disrupts the play. Evans is going to get that out, and that is going to be an icing. Guess that play was different than the one that just happened. 8:42 on the clock. We got Dobbs, Agbe, Markovich, Mackenzie Flanagan, Martin on ice for Bell Tire. Dobbs on the draw. Puck is down. One back to Martin. Martin with possession, sending it around to Flanagan. Flanagan backhanding up to Markovich. Markovich, quick pass out, looking for an outlet pass. Couldn't quite hit it. And now back down deep. This is going to be picked up by Flanagan. Flanagan carrying it out up to neutral. Sending it ahead for Dobbs. Dobbs gaining his own. Sending it ahead for Agbe. Agbe's shot. It's going to get turned aside into the corner boards of the Jersey zone. Cleared up. And now picked up by Martin in neutral. Martin off the wall, finding Markovich. Markovich backhand up to Agbe. Agbe backhand in. The girls are putting together some passes now. Jersey in their zone, coming up the half wall. Chased by Palucci, now picked up by Martin. Martin chipping it back, looking for Flanagan. Flanagan gets it up ahead. Martin now with a little bit of room. Martin's going to gain the zone. Martin coming across the slot. Shot. It's going to go just over top of the net. And it's going to be picked up at the wall by Jersey. Now sent back down into neutral. Martin turning aside. Going up top to Palucci. Palucci chipping it ahead for Hewer. Gaining back into the Jersey zone. 7:33 on the clock. Palucci just disrupting play. Kicking it back, playing soccer out there to Hewer. Hewer up top to Martin. Martin walking the blue line. Shot in. It's going to be on Kazarowski's stick. Kazarowski can't quite get the shot off. And that's going to go up the wall to Caitlin Flanagan. Picked up by Martin in neutral. Martin turning up ice. Backhanding up to Palucci. Palucci dumping it deep. Back into the Jersey zone. Cruciano now. Ready to find number 2. Evans with possession at the half wall. Stepped up by Flanagan. And now back out of the neutral. It's picked up by Bowman. Bowman circling. Going up, trying to find an own pass off the wall. Collected in by Jersey. And offsides called with 6:46 on the clock. All right. As we get going here again, we are going to have Cruciano out there with Evans, Clemens, and the Flanagans on D. Caitlin trying to get it up to Clemens. Intercepted by Jersey. Sent down deep into the Bell Tire zone. Collected by Mackenzie behind her net. Sending it up to Cruciano. Jersey. And what a save by Grund. That cross-ice pass and quick shot by Jersey, gloved by Grund, was a great slide by Grund with 6:28 to save that goal. Dobbs, Agbe, Markovich on ice for Bell Tire with the Flanagans. That puck up top, shot in, hits some bodies, goes wide. Dobbs to chase. Mackenzie up to Agbe. Agbe, rink wide. Agbe with possession in neutral. Backhand pass to Caitlin. Caitlin Flanagan trying to get it in on net. Goes around. Picked up by Agbe in the corner. Now Markovich. Jersey moving it around, going up the wall. Chased by Dobbs. Now into neutral. Sent down where Morton was there to defend. Mackenzie Flanagan now deep in her own zone behind her net. Flanagan looking up ice. Going up top to Dobbs. Where the puck rolls off her stick and gets collected in by Jersey. And that puck rolls now deep into the Beltire zone where there's a battle happening between Kazarowski and Jersey. They're going to take both of them to the box. Or they're going to get 2 minutes for interference on each other. I feel like offsetting interference calls is a little weird. But here we go, 5:37. So they will come out with 3:37 and a whistle. Martin and Caitlin Flanagan out with Hewer, Cruciano, and Palucci to start this period up again. Hewer on the draw. Puck is down, half wall, picked up by Cruciano. Cruciano just getting that puck out to neutral. Sent across to Martin. Martin walking up. Martin going across, finding Cruciano. And Hewer stepping in to help. Cruciano, now Palucci. Palucci got past to Martin. Martin shot in. Going to get blocked out into neutral. Picked up by Martin. Martin down into her own zone, over to Flanagan. Flanagan going up to Cruciano in neutral. And Hewer gets that deep into the Jersey zone where Jersey's with possession. And Palucci and Hewer were closing in quickly. Up top, Palucci. Palucci going across to Hewer, who is changing, where it's picked up now by Agbe. Agbe turning. Agbe behind the Jersey net. Going up top to Martin. Martin going back down to Agbe. Agbe in the slot. Shot is blocked out front. Picked up by Clemens in the corner. Clemens battling. Agbe stepping in to help. Agbe with possession. Now Clemens coming through. Clemens walks out with the puck. Clemens going to try and go maybe up top. Nope, she's going to turn at the half wall and send it deep for Evans. Evans now, half wall. Evans turning in up top to Flanagan. Flanagan shot. Gets tipped and goes down, blocked by Jersey's goalie. Now Jersey on the breakout, defended by Martin. Martin cuts Jersey off at the wall, takes her to the ice, and is tied up as Jersey continues on. Now Markovich going to send that wide, looking for Agbe on the wall. Agbe stepping in, getting that puck clear. Out to Markovich. Markovich one-on-one. Markovich sends it in, gloved by Jersey. They're going to freeze play. 3:39 on the clock. So we got 2 seconds, unfortunately, for Kazarowski, who's stuck in the sin bin. All right, Cruciano, Markovich, Dobbs, Bowman, Mackenzie Flanagan on ice for Beltire. Jersey coming up through, intercepted by Mackenzie. Mackenzie to Cruciano. Cruciano stuck on the boards here. Out to Flanagan. Flanagan to Markovich. Markovich going across to Bowman. Bowman walking in, getting a shot off. Picked up by Dobbs behind the Jersey net. Cruciano battling. Jersey walking out with the puck up through their zone into neutral. Little pass across, disrupted by Bowman. Shot is going to be blocked by Grund to freeze play. As we get going, we're going to have Hewer, Kazarowski finally out of the box. Palucci, Bowman, and Mackenzie Flanagan. Puck is at the half wall. Picked up by Hewer. Down into the slot. Kazarowski going to go off the boards, looking to try and find Hewer. Couldn't quite get it off of there. And that puck's going to roll down for an icing. All right, so as we get going again, Cruciano is going to be out there with Dobbs, Clemens, Morton, Caitlin Flanagan. That puck going around to Morton. And I'm sorry, that's Evans, not Dobbs. My apologies. When the girls are going for their draw, for whatever reason, that 6 turns into, and that puck is going up. Evans intercepting. Evans now coming across, drop pass, Cruciano. Cruciano looking for a drop into Clemens, just misses her. Picked up by Morton. Morton down in the corner, gets it to Cruciano. Cruciano trying to get it back out front. And the puck is bouncing around. Clemens now with possession. Clemens pulling back, going up top to Flanagan. Flanagan's shot in. Looks like Cruciano is going to have a crease violation. That'll bring that puck out of the Jersey zone. 1:58 remaining in this period. On ice for Bell Tire is going to be Dobbs, Agbe, Markovich, Martin, Caitlin Flanagan. Dobbs on this draw. Puck is down. Jersey with possession. Picked up by Martin. Martin going wide. Looking for Markovich. Markovich at the wall. Battling. Jersey with possession. Picked up by Dobbs. Jersey now in their own zone. Coming up through neutral. Gaining the half ice. Picked up by Markovich on the half wall. Now Dobbs coming in, trying to clear that puck through. Puck bouncing around at center. Jersey going rink wide. Down deep into the Bell Tire zone. It's going to be a foot race with Martin. Martin into the corner, freezing it up. Finding Dobbs. Dobbs around. Going up top, looking for Agbe. That puck's going to roll down for an icing. All right, as we get going here, we're going to have Palucci out there. Martin going up to Kazarowski. Kazarowski trying to get that puck backhanded out to Palucci. Kazarowski moving it through. Jersey with possession. Jersey going rink wide. In through neutral. Picked up by Palucci. Palucci going to Kazarowski. Kazarowski trying to go back across. Mr. Stick. Martin stepping in. Gets it cleared out. And that puck sent down deep into the Bell Tire zone where it's going to be picked up by Martin. Martin turning up ice. Martin going rink wide. Looking for Kazarowski. Yes, Kazarowski's stick goes down deep into the Jersey zone. And picked up by Palucci. Palucci going up top to Flanagan. Flanagan back down to Palucci. Palucci going down deep. Looking for Hewer. Kazarowski going up top to Martin. Martin at the blue line. Martin going down deep. Puck makes its way all the way through where Hewer is going to keep her stick on it, get it into the corner. Going up top to Flanagan. Flanagan going back into towards the net. Off Palucci. Palucci now in the slot. And shot is going to be covered up by Jersey's goalie with 4.3 seconds on the clock. All right, as we get going again, Cruciano out there with Evans, Clemens, Martin, Mackenzie, Flanagan. Puck is frozen at the dot. That should end time here. We're going to go into this third period all tied up, 3-3. All right, start of the third period. Beltire looking to capitalize here. We're going to start out with Clemens, Evans, Cruciano, Martin, and Mackenzie Flanagan. Clemens getting the zone. Cruciano trying to get that shot off. Goes to the slot, picked up by Jersey. This is going to be defended by Martin. And going up through, and Clemens coming down hard on the back check. There's going to be a delayed penalty. That's going to be on Jersey. So Cruciano now with possession and neutral, getting it ahead to Evans. We're going to have a cross check on Jersey that's going to put Beltire into a power play. It's a pivotal point in the game with 16:28 on the clock. 3-3 is the score. Third period. Markovich, Dobbs, Agbe, Mackenzie Flanagan, and Martin on ice for Beltire. Dobbs on the draw. Puck is down, one back. Flanagan with possession. Going to Markovich. Markovich back up to Flanagan. Flanagan's going to move to Martin. Martin going up top to Markovich. Markovich holding, going down low to Dobbs. Dobbs trying to short-angled shot. Is going to be blocked by Jersey to freeze play. Puck is down. One back to Flanagan. Flanagan going to Markovich. Markovich trying to go across to Martin. And picked up by Martin and sent down into the half wall. That's going to be cleared out by Jersey. Stick by Grun, picked up by Flanagan. Flanagan moving up ice, finding Markovich. Markovich keeping possession through neutral. Trying to chip it ahead. Now stuck on the boards with Dobbs. Jersey coming free with it. Jersey in their own zone. They're going to just clear it down. That's going to be picked up by Flanagan in their own zone. Flanagan moving across, going up to Hewer. Hewer, Kazarowski, Palucci on ice. Caitlin Flanagan stepping in. Hewer dropping it back for Palucci. Intercepted by New Jersey. Coming up ice, they're just going to clear it down. This is going to be chased down by Flanagan. I'm sorry, Martin. Martin getting that puck free, and now Jersey with possession. Jersey going rink wide. Shot in, blocked by Hewer. This is going to be picked up by Martin. Martin circling, going down to Flanagan. Flanagan going up the wall to Hewer. Hewer to Palucci. Palucci through neutral. Palucci into the zone. Palucci turning the corner. And, oh! How is that not a goal? Well, the puck went into the net. The ref is going to call goalie interference, I believe. And that puck will come just outside of the Jersey zone with 17 seconds remaining in this power play for Beltire. Hewer on the draw. Kazarowski, Palucci, Caitlin Flanagan, and Martin. Drop back. That's going to be played by Flanagan. Flanagan across to Martin. Martin looking up ice. Going to find Kazarowski, who gets it tipped into the Jersey zone. Backhanded by Jersey, picked up by Palucci. Palucci going around. And back to full strength. Power play is over. Jersey with possession in their own zone. Jersey coming up ice. Backhanded across, defended by Martin. Jersey needing to play it deep. Picked up by Evans behind her net. Down to the ice. Flanagan helping out. Cruciano now getting a step on it. And Cruciano now one-on-one. Cruciano's shot going to go wide off the glass. Clemens stepped in for Beltire with Morton, Mackenzie Flanagan. Morton with possession now. Dobbs, Clemens, Cruciano, McKenzie and Morton on ice for Belle Tire. 13:32 on the clock. Centering pass, backhand attempt. We're going to have another penalty here. It'll be a slashing call on New Jersey. That's going to put Belle Tire back onto a power play. Belle Tire needs to take advantage of this power play. Markovich, Dobbs, Agbe, McKenzie, Flanagan, and Martin on ice for Belle Tire. Dobbs on this draw. Puck is down. Flanagan with possession. Flanagan down to Markovich. Markovich going down to Agbe. Agbe back to Markovich. Markovich backhanded back down to Agbe. Agbe in the corner. Back up top to Markovich. Markovich back to Agbe. Sliding in, looking for a quick shot. And Jersey's able to clear that out to neutral. It's going to be picked up by Flanagan. Flanagan going wide to Markovich. And that puck just makes its way past Flanagan. We're going to be down here. Flanagan circling her own net. Flanagan going wide to Markovich. 118 on the penalty. Goodness. That's going to go down for an icing on Belle Tire. All right, Belle Tire, you have 1 minute and 13 seconds here. Kazarowski, Palucci, Hewer, Caitlin Flanagan, and Martin out for Belle Tire. One back. Caitlin Flanagan with possession here. Going to walk around her own net. Coming up ice, finding Kazarowski. Kazarowski hitting Palucci. Palucci dropping it back to Kazarowski. Going back to Palucci. And Kazarowski backhanding back to Palucci. Palucci going to go up top to Flanagan. Flanagan going to go back down to Palucci. Palucci going back up to Flanagan. Now Martin stepped in. Martin going up the half wall. And clearing it down into the zone where it's going to be covered up by Grund with 35 seconds remaining here. All right, line change for Belle Tire is going to bring out Flanagan's, Markovich, Dobbs, and Agbe. Shot in is going to go wide of the net and get covered up by Grund. Dobbs on the draw. Won it back. Flanagan sending it around to Caitlin. Caitlin back to McKenzie. McKenzie going up top to Agbe. Jersey with possession now. Jersey gaining the zone. Shot in wide of the net. The half wall. Sent back to their point. Back down to the half wall. Caitlin kicking it free. Picked up by Jersey. Jersey walking through. Good stop by Grund. Grund with two great saves there. Dobbs going to flip that puck free. That's going to be the end of the power play for Belle Tire. Bowman stepping out there for Belle Tire with Clemens, Cruciano, and Evans. Jersey with possession now going up to neutral. Gaining the zone. Down deep into the Belle Tire zone behind the net where it's chased down by McKenzie Flanagan. Flanagan off the boards. That's going to go down on net. And it will be covered up by Jersey to freeze play. All right, Evans on the draw. Clemens winning that battle on the boards, getting it down deep. That's going to be chased by Cruciano down into the corner. Under the half wall goes Jersey. Jersey turning up into neutral. Picked up by Clemens. Martin stepping up. Evans now offsides on Jersey is going to freeze play. All right, so just outside the zone here. Going to be picked up by Palucci. Nope, sorry, Bowman. Bowman's going to send it up the boards. Jersey collects it in neutral. Kazarowski trying to get her stick on it. Freezes the play up and then gets it down deep into the Jersey zone. 10:27 on the clock. Bowman out with Martin. Kazarowski. Jersey coming up through neutral. Gaining the zone, and Martin gets her stick on it to keep that puck free. Kazarowski rolls off the end of her stick. Jersey gains possession. Hewer's going to stack up and grab the errant pass. Gaining the zone. He's going to drop it down to Palucci. Palucci's going to keep going to Bowman. Bowman's going to get a shot on. And Hewer's there at the back end of it. I don't know where that puck is. Now Martin with possession. Martin walking. And there's going to be freeze play as the goalies blocker and sticker off. So the goalie lost their blocker, lost their stick. Bell Tire's going to go for a line change with 9:52 on the clock. All right, so the Flanagan's out with Agbe, Dobbs, Markovich. Puck is down. Jersey with possession at the half wall, sticked up by Agbe. Jersey had to retreat back into their zone, chased by Dobbs. Now Agbe stepping in. Markovich hanging out in the slot, waiting for a free puck. And that comes out. Going to be knocked back to Flanagan. Flanagan across to McKenzie. McKenzie shot in. Going to get blocked aside. Picked up by Jersey at the half wall. Jersey going wide through neutral. Dumping it into the Bell Tire zone. Going to go behind the Bell Tire net. Chased down by Caitlin Flanagan. Dobbs battling. Jersey coming out to the half wall. Jersey dropping it up to their point. Shot in. Wide of the net. Going to be chased down by Jersey in the corner. Sent up top. Where Agbe is going to apply pressure. Now down into the corner again. Caitlin Flanagan. Dobbs battling. Jersey coming out the half wall, up top to their point. Walking in, intercepted by Dobbs, sent to the corner. Pushed back up top by Jersey, and that puck's going to make its way all the way down into the Jersey zone, where Bell Tire's going to go for a line change and bring out Evans, Cruciano, Clemens, Martin, and Morton. Martin with possession now. Martin off the boards, finding Clemens. Clemens going up top. That's going to roll its way all the way down, but it's going to be tipped, so there is no icing on that call. Evans gaining possession behind the Jersey net. Clemens coming out with it. Clemens going to go up top, finding Morton. Morton trying to go back down to Clemens. Morton going to the half wall. Morton still rolling through. Morton trying to get that puck sent around. That's going to pop up into the netting to freeze play. 8:05 on the clock. As we get going again, Evans on that draw. Jersey's going to win that. Go back all the way down to the Bell Tire end to freeze play. Where Grund will cover it up with 7:57 on the clock. Hewer, Palucci, Kazarowski stepping in on ice for Bell Tire. Morton and Martin hanging out in D. 7:57 on the clock. Hewer on the draw. Puck is down. Picked free. Martin going to go around. Looking for Palucci on the wall. Palucci chipping it out. Finding Kazarowski. Kazarowski shot in. Is going to hit a body. And get covered up by Jersey's goalie. Bell Tire line change is going to bring out the Flanagans. So Hewer, Kazarowski, Palucci, and Caitlin and McKenzie on D for Bell Tire. Hewer pushing the pile forward. Puck comes free. Palucci with possession. Palucci turning. Palucci going in the corner. Circling the net. Going up top to Flanagan. And miss her mark. And roll into the Bell Tire zone where it's picked up by Caitlin Flanagan. Caitlin's going to circle her own net as she fights off a Jersey player. Jersey meets her at half wall. Comes back out top. Good cover by Run to freeze play. Line changes bringing out Dobbs, Markovich, Agbe. All right, Dobbs on the draw. Puck is down. Caitlin Flanagan going to go around, looking for Markovich. Markovich going to jam it forward, finding Dobbs, trying to get her in stride. Agbe now. Agbe in the slot. Agbe just rolls off her stick. Collected in by Jersey in the corner. Now up through neutral comes Jersey. Off their stick. Collected by Agbe. Agbe going wide to Markovich. Markovich going in. Shot in. Oh, that rebound opportunity on the back of the net. Beltire's got a line change with Mackenzie Flanagan in there with Martin. Jersey with possession in neutral now. This is going to be picked up by Evans. Evans sticking, just going to get it down into the Jersey zone where Cruciano is going to step in with Evans, Clemens, Martin, Bowman. Bowman's going to go down into the corner with Jersey. Going to work it around, finding Martin on the half wall. Martin's going to chip it ahead, finding Cruciano and driving the pile forward. Goes out to neutral. Cruciano gets that puck moved into the zone. Clemens, short angle shot, is going to go wide of the net. Jersey with possession now. It's going to go wide. It's going to be chased down by Martin. Icing wave. Martin with possession. Martin hitting the brakes, going back the other way. Coming up ice. Finding Cruciano. Cruciano to Palucci. Palucci sticks it ahead. That gets into the Jersey zone. Come on, Hewer. Hewer chasing behind the Jersey net. Palucci there to meet the player trying to turn. Martin stepping up, trying to disrupt that breakout pass. And drives hard into the boards in neutral. Gains possession. Turns up ice. And keeps it moving forward. Now Jersey with possession. That shot blocked by Bowman. Shot in by Jersey and cleared out by Martin up the boards to Kazarowski. Kazarowski's going to send it ahead into neutral. 5:20 on the clock. Jersey turning up. It's going to be stepped up by Martin. Cleared ahead by Palucci. Now picked up by Dobbs. Dobbs walking the line. Jersey with possession now. Going ahead. Picked up by Mackenzie Flanagan. Flanagan sending it ahead. Line change. Caitlin Flanagan stepping in. At the Beltire bench, that puck's going to make its way around to Mackenzie. Mackenzie's going to send it ahead to Kazarowski, who gets it chipped free. They're calling that clear. I don't think that it was, but we're going to keep play going. Dobbs chasing now. Agbe, Markovich, Dobbs out with the Flanagans. Agbe disrupting play here at neutral. Mackenzie stepping up. Play still at neutral. Jersey gaining the zone. Collapsed by Beltire and going out to neutral. That puck sent down deep into the Beltire zone. 4 minutes, 18 seconds on the clock. Flanagan sending it up ahead. Collected in by Evans. Backhanded out, and that puck comes free out into neutral. Mackenzie Flanagan on the corner here, down into their zone. Backhand attempt blocked by Evans, sent ahead by Clemens. I'm sorry, sent ahead to Clemens. And now cleared out where it's picked up by Cruciano. Cruciano is going to gain the zone and get taken down. That's going to be a penalty, and that will freeze play as Cruciano was tackled with 3 minutes and 48 seconds. Now maybe I should use the pivotal moment in the game for a penalty here. So Beltire's power play is going to bring out Hewer, Kazarowski, Palucci, Caitlin Flanagan, and Martin. All right, Beltire, this is the time to capitalize. You were on the draw. Puck is down. You were tied up. Picked free by Palucci. Worked back to Flanagan. Flanagan walking the blue line. Shot in. Tipped down by Kazarowski. Good save by the Jersey goalie on that tip. So that'll freeze play. We'll start over with a Hewer draw. That puck is down in the corner. Jersey trying to rim it out, picked up by Martin. Martin getting it back over down. And that puck cleared out. It's going to be on net. And Grund is going to get that puck covered up. Agbay, Markovich, Dobbs, Flanagan, Mackenzie Flanagan, and Martin on ice for Beltire. 3:24 on the clock. Jersey winning that back, half wall. Getting it down deep into the Beltire zone. Dobbs fighting. Martin stepping in. Martin blocking off the player to get Dobbs the puck. Flanagan stepping up over to Markovich. Markovich going up ice. Going center. And that puck gets collected in by Jersey. Now picked up by Martin. Martin going back to Flanagan. Flanagan going up ice. Going across to Martin. Martin going up. Going ahead to Markovich. That puck's going to be picked up by Jersey. Go down. We've got a penalty here. Must have been behind the play on Dobbs. So that'll even us up at 4-on-4 hockey for the next minute and 12 seconds, at which point Beltire will go on to a penalty kill. So we got 2:36 on the clock, 48 seconds remaining in the short line for Jersey, 2 minutes for Beltire. Evans on ice with Flanagan, Clemens, and Caitlin Flanagan. Jersey with possession. Jersey in their own zone, coming up through neutral. Now at center ice. Gaining the Beltire zone, sending it rink wide, up at their point. Clemens trying to chase it down into the corner where Jersey with possession. Backhand pass, misses a mark, and goes up to Flanagan. Flanagan gets it to Dobbs. Dobbs gets it chipped out into neutral. Collected by Jersey in their own zone. 19 seconds remaining on the shorthand for Jersey. Centering pass intercepted by Clemens. Clemens now going to take advantage of the space they're giving her, trying to chip it off the boards, and that's going to go out into the Jersey bench. That's going to bring out Cruciano, Palucci, Caitlin Flanagan, and Martin. So we got 6 seconds remaining for the 4-on-4, and then Beltire will be on the penalty kill for 1 minute and 18 seconds. One back to Martin. Martin turning, going up ice. Going to try a centering pass to Palucci. That gets picked up by Cruciano. Cruciano is going to backhand in. Now Beltire on the penalty kill. Cruciano getting her legs under her, trying to win that battle behind the Jersey net. Palucci stepping in, so Beltire now on a penalty kill. That pass across, going to be mishandled. Cleared aside by Grund after it went off the skate of Flanagan. Picked up by Cruciano. Jersey now with possession. Jersey going rink wide. Walking in off the crossbar. Lucky save by the crossbar there. Picked up by Martin. Martin coming up ice. Martin's going to go glass and out to clear that puck with 25 seconds remaining. 1 minute remaining in the game. Agbay, Hewer on ice with Flanagan, Mackenzie Flanagan, and Martin. And Jersey trying to get that puck deep. Be picked up by Flanagan. Flanagan's going to send it up to the half wall. That's going to float all the way out to neutral where it's chased by Agbay. And that'll clear the Beltire penalty kill as Martin with possession is going to go across to Agbay. The player is on the puck. And Jersey's going to circle in neutral, chased by Markovich. Now down deep. This is going to be stepped up. Martin disrupting that pass. Keeping that puck up, and she's tripped up on the play. Trying to get it free. Sent aside, 10 seconds remaining in the game. That's going to be a delayed penalty on Beltire against Markovich. And that's going to end the game. I don't know if there's overtime. I don't think that there is. The doors are opening up, so this game is going to end in a 3-3 tie. So we will be back tonight to play, I believe, Naha at 6:40.